Okay, I represent realtors because I'm a real estate broker and I've owned a brokerage firm for years and years. I represent landlords because I do have 50 units all in La Crosse. And I represent myself because I used to be an educator of people that got into this business. I taught at Western College for about 20 years. People entering this industry, so I have a lot of knowledge regarding property laws and discrimination laws and those kind of things. So, number one, I just want to say that the mayor told us 6 months at the beginning. So I would hope you as a council will insist that we stick with the 6 months. We don't need this extension. Number two, this document that was created from the ad hoc committee, there's the 4 items that Larry Kirsch broke. He broke their recommendations into 4 categories. Category number 1, encourage single-family home ownership. You don't need a moratorium to do that. That'll be a lifetime project. That's going to take decades to accomplish. And it's going to take something done in a major way. In 3 minutes, I can't tell you all my ideas, but you need to take the corporate welfare plan of the last 30 years where you bought the land and you cleared it and you sold it for $1 and you paid the owner 10% of his project. Do something major for the next decade, the next 30 years for the rest of La Crosse, for these neighborhoods. Do something major for homeownership welfare in the needed areas. Number 2, require rental registration and inspection of all rental property. Don't need a moratorium to accomplish that. Number 3, improve code compliance and include inspection of all property. Again, you don't need a moratorium for that. Number 4, educate tenants, landlords, neighbors, realtors, lenders, title companies, and others about the city policies, programs, and improved neighborhood. It's all right in the report. Those are the 4 categories. You don't need a moratorium for that. So what's the moratorium? Besides, everything that's been done to this point could have been done without a moratorium. There's only one reason for the moratorium, and that is to put handcuffs or nooses or shackles on certain people. So try to apply a 100% solution to a 2% problem. I don't have time to go into that, but I mean what I'm saying. But the 2% that they're getting hurt, they're getting damaged big time, and it needs to stop. It's illegal, but I'm not going to go into that. You got away with it because it's 6 months. If you continue it on, sooner or later, it's going to go in a direction you don't want it to go, and it's not needed. None of these 4 categories requires a moratorium, period. You can positive ideas. I guess that's it. I could go on for the next half hour if you wanted me to. But again, so if you're going to use the moratorium, it can only be because I heard last week about those greedy realtors, those greedy landlords that try to sneak in there. There's the rush thing. They shouldn't have to rush, and this never should have been a moratorium. We've been doing this way for 100 years. If 3 more or 5 more, even 10 more sales occurred, it's not going to change the big picture. But it will hurt. It will hurt those people. Okay, I'll wrap it up. But we've had a number of other things in the past where we've tried to do things like similar to a moratorium, where we put Indians on reservations. It turned out to be a bad idea. We tried to put blacks in segregated schools. It turned out to be a bad idea. We had people with masks from after the Civil War that wanted to clean up the neighbors. It turned out to be a bad idea. This is also a bad idea.
I have no other speakers registered in opposition. I do have a number of people who have, registered in opposition. That includes the strip monitor of 1220 Market Street, representing the Apartment Association of the La Crosse area. Todd Street Monitor of 1222 Market. Chris Rickenberger of 1516 East Avenue South, representing Coldwell Banker. And Amber Metcalf of 550 Rubley Street, Coldwell Banker as well. So I would accept the motion to close the public hearing. Moved by Richmond, seconded by Becker to close the public hearing. All those in favor? Aye.